Hi, so you've reached the Freedom Channel. So what we're kind of doing is we're going to go through mainly the main things to get you to actual financial freedom. Um, so the first thing I'd say is get your goals right. Get yourself in a place where you're you've got all your goals set down on paper, on your phone, in a place that you can see it every day, or that you're just able to kind of brush over it and remember of where you're at and where you want to be. This is like 2020. So I'd say the best thing to do now is to do like your goals for what you want to do over the year, and then kind of work back. So at least you know the end result. You know where you're going to be. Make it kind of realistic, so then you're not going to be putting yourself down when it hits 2021 and say, well, I didn't hit anything. It's not working for me. I'm going to give up all this financial freedom, fire, or whatever that is causing you to get to that stage. So I'd say put down really good goals and take it from there. So whatever that will be, then obviously then you can say, okay, if I want to save X amount every year, then I have to save X amount every month. That's X amount of my paycheck. That's gonna get me to, all right, do I have to get more money? Do I have to get like more education to get me to a place where I can get more money? Or do I want to go off and start doing some side businesses or whatever? So that's the first thing I'd say. Get your goals right, work back, and then figure out what's going to make you tick for the year. So then I'd say obviously goals and money. The next thing's money. The big thing for me is being able to be in a place where you don't have to go to work. You don't have to do the whole 9 to 5, working your butt off for someone, or getting yourself into a load of stress for your company, and then having to work your butt off for yourself, with clients, look for money, everything like that. So yeah, I'd say get your money right. So put it in places that you're invested in, that you're putting into a place that you're going to see it grow, and then you can actually live off your investments, like the 4% rule, as they say. So yeah, second thing is money. Then I'd say is make a budget. So if you know how much you want to save, you know what your goals are, and then if you make a budget and you put it into a place where your money's just doing everything that it needs to be, but then you're not putting a load of money towards food that you don't need, lifestyle that you don't want, just places that like literally it's just going to waste. And I've done that for ages. I was going out in Cafe Nero and just getting our Starbucks, and then getting these stupid coffees every day for £2 something, or $3 over in America, or whatever, 2 or 3 euros over in Ireland, and then you're like at the end of it, like you've not actually got anything that you can use. Whereas if you go off and you get yourself a coffee thing for £1 over in Aldi or whatever, and then next thing, or £2, and then it does you for about a month. Like it's kind of a no brainer. Whatever, if you're renting and you're not paying bills, then you don't even have to pay for the water. So then it's just £2 for a month for coffee. It might be great, but then if you start off there and then you get more money, and you get more, and you can put more in your budget, then you can work from there. So yeah, I'd say definitely get your budget right. So write down everything on a sheet of paper. Say how much is your outgoings, everything, and then put it um, against your income for the year, and then obviously work from there, and then you can see how much you're going to save, and then you can say to yourself, okay, I'm going to make sure I save X amount, because it's doable. Rather than if you go over your budget, then the next week, what I try and do if I do go over my budget is to go below the budget the next year or next week, and then it gets you to a place that you can be very yeah, just stable in life. Yeah, so budget is the next thing. credit cards. So if you've got your goals ready, you've got money, you've got a good budget, if you've got credit card debts, if you're using credit cards to your advantage, like a lot of people get percentage if they buy X amount with such and such a credit card, and they've got like a list of credit cards, then yeah, go for it. If that's what you want to do, it takes a lot of time and effort to do that. But I'd say it's definitely a thing that you could work off. But if you're paying these excess amounts of credit cards, like a percentage, like these crazy amounts, I think they've got brought it up more and more ever since we started. And it's kind of got to a point of, yeah, really kind of annoying for anyone that needs a bit of extra money. We've all been there. I've just stuck away from credit cards myself. I haven't gone for any of them, getting the bonuses and stuff. I've actually want to get more into it. So yeah, you'll see a video about credit cards soon. But if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, get rid of them. Just get yourself. If you're going to be saving X amount, then you can put your savings into your credit card debts, and then when you get rid of your credit card debts, then you put into a savings account. Then after that, then you get into a high yield savings account, and then after that, then you go into investments, whatever the investments are. And then that is like literally the process of everyone. So yeah, I've gone through the whole process, so I know what it's about. So yeah, that's credit cards. Automatic savings is a very big thing for me. Is that every single time I'm going to get a paycheck, straight away X amount of money every week goes into a savings account. Some savings accounts are monthly. So I'm with HSBC, and they've got a 2.4 or 2.7% account, and it does really well, really good interest rate. And in a year's time, I can access the money. So my money's tied in for a year into that account. But every single month, I get 250 over to that account, and it just creates the kind of mindset that, well, I don't need that money, and I don't even see it going. It's just automatically goes out of my account, and you won't even miss it. So yeah, automatic savings. Start investing now. If you haven't invested before, and it's really scary, and took me a long time to actually start putting my money at risk, because I worked so hard for my money that I got to a place now that I actually just want to get my money working for me, rather than me working really hard for my money, because I've worked away. I've worked these crazy hours, 7 days a week, 2 or 3 jobs, just trying to keep myself afloat, for a lifestyle that I didn't need. So then now what you can do is, you've got all the other things sorted, and you can start investing your money. So Vanguard accounts, there's Free Trades is a really good one in the UK. Vanguards are everywhere pretty much, America and UK, and I think even in Ireland you can use it. And then what I do is I use ISAs, so then next thing I'm not actually paying any tax on that money. Or as in America, it's got 401ks or Roth IRAs. So then the money's always working for you. So yeah, get your investing sorted. I'll start off with just brief introductions, and then obviously further videos is going to be more about properly getting into the videos of like, what's a really good investment account, what's a very good ISA account, what's a very good Roth IRA, what's good stocks and shares accounts, all these different accounts that you can get. All right. So watch your credit. Is a really good thing, because especially if you're going for a mortgage, or some sort of loans, do up your house and create value for yourself, and then create money, then yeah, get your credit sorted. A lot of family members actually said to me that they didn't even check their credit before they started getting their mortgages, and I think that was a bit of a mistake, because what I've actually found is a few people were actually saying that, well, even accountants, I don't know if this is right or wrong, but a few accountants have actually said to me, well, you've never took out a loan. And I was like, yeah, because I've trying to put myself in a place to not actually get a loan. And he goes, yeah, I can see that, but then the problem is that it actually brought my credit rating down. So then if you take out a little loan, it shows you can pay it off. You can then put it towards like obviously doing up a house or a little project or something, and then obviously you make money off that, but then also you're getting a good credit rating. So yeah, that's another thing. So yeah, your credit score. I'll do a little video on different credit companies that you can actually get your credit score for free rather than paying, because a lot of them want you to pay, and I think that's just ridiculous. Um, so I'd say negotiate's the next thing. So if you're negotiating on just buying food, services like fixing your car, everything, and it's amazing actually. Like a few times I've gone into Halfords and actually seen the window screen wipers I wanted, and it was like from my car it was like 22 quid, and I was like, oh, I've only got 20 quid. And the next thing, like, I've like begged poverty. I know it's a bit mean to do it, but at the end of the day, instead of it going to a big corporation, it's going in straight into your pocket, and then you can put that 2 quid towards something else. So yeah, negotiate wherever you're doing, wherever you're going. Um, I'd believe in that big time. Then re-educate. So I'm going through that right now. I'm actually doing a few little courses and stuff on the side to get myself from a technician to actually management. And it's really adding value to like my career. So in the end, I'm actually going to get to a point where I don't actually need um, to worry about going for a higher position job. So yeah, re-educate. It's very free, cheap actually to do some of these education courses as well. And what you can actually do is do free education courses, and then I'm actually going to do a little video on that. You can actually get this. It's like a student card, and it lasts for 3 years. Costs 30 quid. But then if you've got like a gym membership, if you've got certain things like co-op and different stuff, if you shop in co-op, then you can actually get a reduction on everything, and for 3 years, even though you're not like actually in the education for 3 years, it could be only a month course or something, but then you get your student ID, you give it to these company, and the next thing they give you this card, so then you can get a reduction on everything. But yeah, education is a big thing for me. So yeah, I'd say the next thing is living below your means, but then when you're doing your budget, it's going to create you to know how much you're spending right now, and then you're going to say to yourself, okay, well, I'm going to like um, not buy all this crap. Like, I'm not going to buy the expensive coffees. I'm not going to buy all this different stuff that you don't need, like food. Go to Aldi rather than Tesco's or Sainsbury's. I'd say it'd be like probably Sainsbury's the most expensive, Tesco, um, then Aldi, or no, Lidl, then Aldi, and then yeah, you'd save a fortune if you just go there in there rather than actually you can get like it delivered to your door, and they can actually do really bad. We used to do that, but they do like really like bad dates. So the dates on the meat and stuff really bad, and like you couldn't actually get like a week out of these meat, and then you're saying to yourself, well, I'm gonna have to freeze it now the next day, which is more of a hassle, because then you're gonna have to freeze it, and then you're gonna have to remember to defrost it in the morning, put it beside the window or something to defrost. When you don't do that, and then you get home, you forget about it, and you're like, oh no, then you're putting it into the microwave trying to defrost it. It's like not nice. So yeah, I'd say definitely live below your means, and then it'll create you to just get into a better position down the road. Um, a lot of people say financial advisors. Um, for me, I don't believe in that. I know a lot of friends and family that've actually gone through financial advisors. They pay big rates. It's not really good for themselves, and then in the end, they don't actually get any value out of these financial advisors. So yeah, I'd say stay clear of a financial advisor. Re-educate yourself. Watch videos, watch content that actually constantly. I'm going over like videos and blogs and different stuff that actually like teaches you of how to invest your money, how to budget, how to do all these things, where to put your money in, what savings accounts, what brokers to use. And if you're constantly doing that, you'll know the exact same amount as a financial advisor. The only difference is they've got a piece of paper, you don't, but you know exactly what you want. So yeah, just make it so that you're your own financial advisor, because it's all about gut really. And then I did that, and when I first started doing my first ice Vanguard account, I remember I was like, oh, I'm worried about my money, this, that, and the other. But I said to myself, you know what? At the time, it was like Brexit just came in, everyone was doom and gloom, and then I was just there, and I was like, you know what? There's an opportunity. Warren Buffett said it. Is that like, all right? This is an opportunity. Use it. Like when people are scared, you buy and hold. When people are too optimistic, like right now, everything's gone back to optimistic. It's early 2020. The exact deal hasn't been done in Brexit, and then everyone's saying like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be great." It's the same with like over in America. Like there's a lot of stuff going on with Trump and stuff, and then like yeah, there's like a whole lot of stuff going on behind closed doors, and then next thing, all of a sudden you get good news, and then it spikes up everyone's optimism and it spikes up your stocks. Like I was below, I was on like 1 or 2% before Christmas, and then now it's over 5% I'm making on my assets because yeah, just because of optimism. So yeah, so definitely um, that's kind of investing more so than actually financial education. So yeah, I'd say that is another thing. Look after your health. I wasn't good at that. I was getting these meal deals, and then you get like a crappy sandwich, a Coke, and a bag of crisps, and that was my lunch. And I was thinking to myself, not eating right. Breakfast, having like crunchy nut, loads of sugar, gone from that to actually porridge and like really low sugar content, like multigrain kind of cereal, like Mussolini or something they call it. So yeah, going for that rather than crunchy nut. Then for lunch, then packing your own lunch, doing soup, do like a bulk soup at the start of the week, and then next on the Sunday, and then you can actually get yourself to a point where yeah, you're able to just go into the fridge, get your soup out, put it in your little container, bring it off to work, put it in the microwave, have your soup at work. It's really healthy, keeps your colds and flus away because you always get them. And yeah, just start looking after your health, your teeth, your if you're unsure about things, just yeah, get into your doctor. Like I had a few injuries on my knees and stuff, and the next thing just let it go by, and the next thing you can feel it still, and you still haven't got it fixed, and then obviously it's going to be repercussions of that down the line. So yeah, so yeah, thanks for listening. Hopefully the next one's a bit more organized, and yeah, we can just do better content. Just let me know what sort of things you want me to talk about, and yeah, we can take it from there. Thanks very much. Bye.